Today we are doing a wig install. This is my first ever wig install video on YouTube, brought to you by Alipearl hair. This has gotta be one of the best wigs I ever received. This is a pre-plucked, pre-bleached 13x4 HD lace 24-inch deep wave wig. Yeah. When I say Alipearl did their big one, like, do y'all see how full it is? Like, I don't know what density this is, but it's giving me 220%, 250%, baby. It's so full and pretty. And if you want to get the details on how I installed this wig, stay tuned. I did a no part type of situation, like flip over, because I've never done like a flip over, and I knew this was a 13x4, so I didn't know how deep the part would be able to be, and I like my parts really deep, so I did a no part, and I really love it, y'all. Like, y'all are gonna see me unbox it, all the stuff that came with it when I unboxed it, and the full install from the rooter to the tutor, from beginning to end. Like, this hair is giving me very much Shaka Khan, okay, baby? I love it. And if you want to see me install this wig and you want to know what I use on my curly hair and how I get it to look so full of luster, like, it's just so shiny, isn't it? Y'all want to know how I did that and got like this messy, wet, curly look? Stay tuned. Oh, and also make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and put your post notifications on, because I will be back with another video, as I always am. So first, I want to start off by showing you guys what all came inside the box. Thanks Alipearl once again for sponsoring this video. This gold box was so pretty to me, as well as the wig came pre-plucked and pre-bleached. Y'all, I ain't never had a wig come out the box where I didn't have to do nothing to it. Like, 10 out of 10 Alipearl. And this was just me showing you guys the texture a little bit. And then I had to show you guys what came inside the box. So they gave me this silk like scarf, I guess, to tie around my hair. It says Alipearl on the front. It came with these lashes. I don't wear lashes, but for the girlies that do, they look like 25 mm's. So they gave you a pair of those. I also got an edge brush, as well as an elastic wig band to tie my hair up, you know, so that you could get that melted look. And it came with an HD wig cap. And it also came with a silk baggie for you to like store your hair in, I guess, once you take it out, so that you have somewhere to put your wig. And it's pink, my favorite color. Thank you, Alipearl, once again. Also, this was me just showing you guys the texture straight out the box. This is before anything, before me applying any water, any product. It was very nice. And then I had to show y'all that lace again. It was so thin. From that moment, I just knew the install was gonna eat. Like, that lace is so HD. Period, Alipearl. Y'all ate that. I probably wonder why I'm here bald. In the beginning of the video, you will see me unboxing the hair. It came with a lot of things: lashes, wig band, edge brush, and can y'all believe the wig came pre-plucked? It came pre-plucked and bleached. What? This is a deep wave wig, y'all. This is a deep wave 13x4 HD frontal, and this is 24 inches, babe. And I will say the length is given 24. Even though this is curly hair, the length is given 24 inches. So today we're gonna install this wig. I'm probably gonna speed up some of the parts, but let me just, you know, talk through some of this. So as you can see, I already have a bald cap on. Y'all done see me bald, period. My bald cap stayed on from my last install, so we're gonna like touch this up a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna just glue it back down like where it was. Just put some glue on it or whatever, and just glue that back down so it's like in place. And then I'm gonna put the wig on. Yeah, so We got a wig install today with Alipearl hair. Let's get into it. Everything will be linked down below, including the link of like the tools, some of the tools I'm using that I got from Amazon. I will link those down. They'll be on my Amazon storefront actually. Let's get into it. So first I'm gonna start off by wiping off some excess glue from my last install. I kept my ball cap on because it didn't come off when I took the other wig off, and I'm not wasting another wig cap. So I decided to keep it on, and because that lace was so thin and transparent, I just felt like the install was gonna be good no matter what. So I'm just pushing the wig cap down, and then I'm gonna use the Hold Me Down adhesive. This is my holy grail glue to go ahead and glue this back down. It's the Hold Me Down by Erica J. This is the glue I use on my installs. I use it all the time. I don't use any other glue. So I'm just gonna place a couple dots down, and then I'm gonna use this tool that I got from Amazon. It's called a glue spreader. I was tired of using a plastic knife to put my glue down, so I bought an actual tool. I will link this down below. I'm just spreading the glue across to make this lay flat. And then I'm gonna go in with the Fantasia liquid mousse, the spritz that everybody uses on their lace to make it look like skin. And I just use that to just basically secure the wig cap. And then I'm gonna blow dry it a little bit so that, you know, we could dry all those products and then move on to our next steps. So at this point, you're gonna see me using that glue spreader to kind of flatten out the cap because I want it to look as close to a bald cap as possible. And then I'm gonna add foundation to it. I'm gonna add the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour foundation in a powder. I use the shade Sienna for underneath my wigs. I also use this powder for my makeup. If you haven't watched any of my makeup videos, go watch them. But this is how I basically like conceal the cap and make it look like a bald cap and look like my skin. So now it's giving baldy B, and we're gonna move on to cutting those little combs out of the wig. I believe cutting those combs makes your wig lay down flatter. Also, it gives you more space inside of your wig. Like say if your wig is too small for your head, or like if it's just not, you know how sometimes you get wrinkles in that lace. I think that also helps with you not getting wrinkles in the lace, and it creates the flattest install possible in my opinion. So I cut out all of the combs. I know that some people use the combs for security, but I'll just use the band on the back. And then they have this, I think I took that band out, I don't know, they have a thicker band too if you want some security. But I just feel like for the flattest install possible, just take those combs out and just clasp that little part on the back together, and your wig should stay on, especially with glue and that together. You shouldn't have to worry about your wig doing too much. So next I use the Turn Up the Heat Flat Iron Protection Spray by Beyond the Zone. I spray that on the front of the hair, and then I use the Sebastian Shaper Plus Hairspray. This is a technique I learned from Arrogant Tay. He does this when he's about to use a hot comb on the hair. It helps to straighten out the hair. It kind of takes the place of a wax stick if you don't want to use a wax stick. I use both methods to straighten out the hair even more to make the install look very flat. And this also pushes away like the flyaways that may be in the front of the hair that might get in the way of you gluing your wig down. So I do this step before I do every install. I push the hair back with a hot comb, and then I put it on my head because I just think it makes it so much easier for you to install your wigs. Also, this hot comb, it's bedazzled in pink. It came from Amazon. I will link it down below on my, I think it's already on my Amazon storefront, but if not, it definitely will be linked down below for you guys. And I know you see that smoke. It goes all the way up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So it gets hot and steamy, baby. And disclaimer, please don't mind my face during this whole video. First of all, I'm doing this install with my glasses off. I do everything with my glasses off even though I'm very blind. So I squint a lot while I'm doing these things, and I make all types of faces. Like, just ignore me. You see this? Like, what is that? Just ignore my face. Now I'm adding foundation to the lace. This is my way of, like, what do they say, tinting the lace. because I don't have any tint spray, so I just add that same powder foundation that I added to my bald cap. I put it on the lace and generously, just so that I know that it ends up looking like my skin. When I put any type of part in it, when I lay it on my head, it looks just like my skin. So applying a generous amount of this foundation to the lace, and then I believe I'm gonna spray it, then I'm gonna blow dry it. And spraying and blow drying the lace just helps so that the product isn't moving around on the lace while you're trying to install it and stuff. Like, there is oil inside of makeup, so you do kind of want that product to stay in place when you're doing your install. So I do this step just to ensure that it's not compromising the glue or anything else that I add while I'm doing my install. And I am just one of those obsessive people that I just feel like I have to do things 50 times for it to come out right. So I'm back with the hot comb, still trying to make sure all the hair is pushed back. And you can kind of see the technique I'm using. I'm making sure like the back of the hot comb is hitting the front of that hair so that it gets as straight as it can get in the front. Now I'm going to use the Hold Me Down Adhesive Skin Guard. This is to protect my skin from the glue or any other chemicals that I may add while I'm doing my install. I do have sensitive skin. I have broken out from glue before, and I notice when I don't use Skin Guard, my skin gets irritated easily with the glue, as well as sometimes my installs don't last as long when I don't use Skin Guard. So I use it for every install now. So now I'm just trying on the wig just to see how it fits and like what it's looking like. Is it giving scalp? And as you can see, I am still gagged at the pre-plucking and the pre-bleaching. Like, it's giving skin already. I ain't even glue it down and it's giving skin, y'all. I was literally gagged, okay? So this has to be like one of my least favorite parts of any install. Trying to cut around my ear. This is hard to do when you can't see around your ear, because when you're doing it yourself, you can't really see back there. So you're kind of like guesstimating where you should cut at. I just kind of cut until I feel like my ear is not going to hurt when I put the wig on. I haven't really mastered a technique for this besides like trying to like clip the hair back or put the hair back while I cut it. So you're going to see me struggle to cut behind my ear until I get it right. I also want to say that I am no expert to installing wigs. I have been installing my wigs for quite some time now. However, I'm no hairstylist. I'm still learning things as I go. I'm on YouTube University, TikTok University, trying to figure out what's the best way to install a wig. I'm learning right along with you guys. So if you do have any tips for me, please let me know in the comments. If you have anything I should do better, let me know. Like, don't criticize me. I am not a hairstylist, okay? I just do what I can to get by, to make my hair look good. Just saying, because it is going to be a part in this video where you're going to be like, girl, why did you do that? And I also said the same thing. So, you know, don't criticize me. Just help me out in the comments. And your install can never be too flat. So of course I went back in with the hot comb just to make sure everything was pushed back, because I need it to be flat. I need to make sure it's giving skin. So I keep going in with that hot comb until it's as flat as I want it to be, until it's as straight as I want it to be, because I need to see that it's giving scalp. So now I'm gonna go in with these clips that I also believe I got from Amazon. I use them to minimize any extra stray hairs or flyaways that might get in the way of me gluing the lace down, because once you get hair stuck in the glue, it becomes a nightmare, because then it gets in the way of your lace laying down on your skin, and then it ends up not looking flat, it ends up not looking like scalp, it ends up not giving melted. Now I'm gonna go in with the Hold Me Down adhesive by Erica J. Favorite glue ever, and I'm gonna put some dots of glue on it. I don't have a specific number amounts of dots that I do. I just keep doing dots until it covers my whole forehead, and I kind of start at the tip of the bald cap. I don't go any lower, any higher. I go right on the tip, and then I'm gonna spread it out with that glue spreader that I told you guys I got. That glue spreader is a life changer. I was so tired of getting glue on my fingers, using the plastic knives. It was just getting real ghetto until I got that product. When I got that product, it literally minimized the time of like how much time I was taking doing installs, because I was getting glue everywhere. Like, I just spread the glue on and I move on and let it dry. Best thing I ever bought. If you don't buy nothing else from my Amazon storefront from this wig install video, please get you that glue spreader. And it comes in like a pack of like 300 maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of them, so I just throw them away after every use so that I don't have to worry about cleaning it. Now I'm just blow drying the glue. Do notice that I spread the glue out thin enough so that it's able to dry clear. That's my goal now, to get the glue to dry clear before I do the install, because I feel like that makes the install look way better when the glue dries clear. Shout out to E. Kane. She the one that, you know, got on us on TikTok about that. So now I try to make sure that the glue dries clear. And you can see here that I kind of got heavy-handed on that second layer of glue. Usually you're supposed to do 3 layers. I'm one of those people that, like, they say do 3 layers, but I kind of be doing 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this time I kept it cute with 3 layers, but we gonna see, because sometimes I lose count and just start putting however many layers I feel like. So here I put up the 3 layers. We gonna see, cause we gonna see. Sometimes I don't be doing that. And you can see I'm getting heavy-handed again. I get scared that my installs are not gonna last. And I feel like when you don't put enough glue, that's when your installs start coming off after the first week. And I like my installs to last at least 2 weeks and a half. I like to keep my wigs on like they're sew-ins. Judge me, judge your mama, I don't care. I want my wigs to last, which is another reason why I started doing my own hair. And I'm just adding the glue on where I feel like it needs to go. I'm spreading it out, make sure it's thin, and then I'm waiting for it to dry. So then I remember I didn't clasp the little band in the back to make sure the wig is secure, as well as I forgot the clip where I cut the lace in the front, because it's easier to install the lace when you cut it before you put it on. So I cut the excess lace in the front, and then I put it back on my head. So now you're gonna watch me struggle to pull the lace up to the front of my head, because I don't know what I was grabbing or what I was doing, but I was definitely struggling trying to pull this lace down, to the point where, like, I had to pull the clips out because I was like, they're getting in the way. And that's kind of like the downside to cutting the lace before you put it on your head. It's kind of hard to grip it and pull it down when you do that, but it looks so much better when you do this first. So I recommend cutting the lace first, but if you find that it's harder for you to pull your lace down when you cut it first, then don't cut it. But I think it looks better. So you can see me kind of trying to move like some little hairs that got caught into the glue away from the glue so that I could just place it on top of the glue, but it's getting all stuck on my hands and stuff. Y'all, this was like, it took me so long. So I finally get the wig down to put it in the glue. Like, you gotta press it into the glue. So I'm putting it into the glue. It's looking good, y'all. That lace is thin, baby. Like, the lace was so thin to the point where you could see the wig, the bald cap, and everything. I was just like, ooh, girl, Alipearl, this is HD. Y'all did not play. And this is me like pushing the lace into the glue, because you kind of got to push it into the glue so that it gives that melty type of situation, and to make sure that the lace actually stays. And then I'm going to go ahead and comb it into the glue, as well as blow dry at the same time, to make sure that the glue is dry and that the lace is actually melting into the glue. So now I'm going back in with the isopropyl alcohol, 70%. And I'm going to clean the excess glue that's around like the lace. Because like I said, I got heavy-handed. So when you get heavy-handed, you're going to have some excess glue in front of that lace. And you might need to wipe it off so that when you finish doing the install, it's not looking all lumpy and bumpy. So now I'm going to tie up my hair so that I can apply the spritz and the wig band. Not gonna lie to y'all, this is where all went left. I didn't even notice that the lace was coming up on the side already. Then I went to spray this wet product on top of the glue that wasn't all the way dry. That you need to make sure that the glue is dry before you spray anything on top of that. Cause y'all, immediately, the lace started coming up. Like, I'm literally sitting there like, what's going on? Why is the whole side of my lace coming up? I'm trying to put it back down, hoping that the glue is still dry. Glue is done for. It's done for. I'm done. Now I'm gonna have to reapply some glue because I done messed up, for real. So don't fear, players mess up too, okay? Just try to salvage the parts you can. Clean off the parts you have to with alcohol that kind of have excess glue or hair in the way. Just clean those off with alcohol. If you do have some parts that are still glued down, try to salvage those parts. Make sure they're all the way glued down and see what areas you need to go back into with glue. Listen, if you're new at putting on wigs, this wasn't my first time doing this and it won't be my last until I become an expert, which I am not a hairstylist, so I don't know if I'll ever be an expert, but just follow me, okay? You can see at the beginning of the video, the wig ended up coming out good, so trust the process with me. Now I'm gonna go in with some more glue. As you can see, I got heavy-handed because my hope was to only put 1 or 2 layers and go ahead and then dry it and place the wig down, because at that point I was just trying to hurry up and put the wig on because this was cutting into my time. It was late at night. I was already tired. This was not supposed to happen. I was just supposed to put the glue on, put the wig on, be done. Now I'm over here cleaning stuff up. So now I'm just gonna take the blow dryer, dry up the glue, so I could go ahead and put that second layer of glue on and then place the lace down. I was not trying to be here all night and this was not in the plan, so that's the whole process of how I kind of tried to like clean up what I messed up. And I'm really so grateful that I found that glue spreader, because even when I'm heavy-handed, it still makes it so easy to spread the glue out as thin as I can get it so that it can dry semi-clear, if not all the way clear. So now you're gonna see me place the lace on the glue even though it didn't dry clear yet. Y'all can tell I was fed up. I was just trying to hurry up at that point. And then I was drying it down so that the glue could dry clear even with the lace on it. And I just moved on to the other side because I was like, eventually it'll dry down. I don't have time to keep going back over this side. So I moved on. I was moving some excess hair that had gotten on the glue that was already there and just like wiping off my face. Everything seemed like it was trying to get on my nerves, but I was so determined to get this wig on because the wig is so pretty that I just kept going. I wiped off the excess glue that was there with alcohol, and then I proceeded to add glue to that area because we were going to get this wig down one way or another. And I will say that the sides are always a problem area for me with any install. So I usually make sure I add a bunch of glue on my sideburns. But that day I was just like, let me keep it cute with the glue. But I learned my lesson. I'm going to continue to go all out with the glue on the sides because the sides never stay down. I don't know why. I don't know what's the math behind it. It got to be some type of girl math because the sides of my wigs never stay down. So that side dried a little clear. So I was able to just press it down into the glue. And I was relieved because we kind of salvaged the situation. Now I'm wiping off any excess glue that may be on my forehead from all of that glue that I just used. Being very careful because I don't want to wipe off the glue that's actually holding the lace down. And that lace was so HD that it was hard for me to see where the glue and the lace was ending. It was all blending together. That was some good lace. Like, that might be the best lace I've ever had on a wig before. So then I had to like scope out the scenery to see if, you know, everything was all right, if everything was cool. Then I was like, it looked kind of white, so let me add some foundation on top. I do this most of the time when I do my wig installs because I noticed that if you didn't let the glue dry all the way, sometimes it'll be a little white underneath. And this kind of camouflages that white underneath and like tints the lace even more. So I add that on top. And I know right now it looks crazy, but I'm going to show y'all the trick to make it all of this blend together. So this is the Eben Wonder Lace Bond Melting Spray. You can get this from any hair store. You can probably get this from Amazon. I'll link it down below. This stuff right here is a game changer for wig installs. If you're like me and you're impatient and you don't let the glue dry and your wig is not getting melted once you do it, this will save your life. Okay, this saved my whole install. I promise you. Get the black bottle of the melting spray by Eben, the Wonder Lace Bond. This stuff right here, game changer. You'll use this before you even use the spritz. And that was me kind of like trying to like push down the areas with the back of my comb that look, they had a lot of glue on them. But honestly, none of that even mattered because once I put the wig band on there, after putting the melting spray, y'all are gonna see it. It's about to give scalp. And notice that I applied that melting spray with my finger and not just sprayed it on like I did the first time because that's how I messed up. So now I'm drying it off with the blow dryer before I put the wig band on because I realized that you have to let any product that's on the lace dry before you apply wig band, or you'll end up taking that wig band off and now the whole lace is coming off with it and it's leaving like excess glue and stuff. You have to make sure everything is dry before you put the wig band on. So I put the wig band on. This is the wig band that they gave me. And now I'm showing you guys the hair. The hair was so full, y'all. Like, this hair is so pretty. Alipearl, this is how you do a deep wave texture. And I will say, I wore this wig for like 2 weeks. It did not tangle. I was able to just brush through it and go about my day. Like, this was some good hair. Now you're gonna see me hot combing the hair back again because we're about to flatten it out so that I could do my little pushover method. I make sure everything's flat in the front, everything's flat on the side. I want a flat install. I want it to look like my hair. So then I was just trying to like eyeball what I wanted it to look like once I did like the little flip over no part method, just like moving the hair around just to see how it was gonna look. I wasn't too sure at first because like I said, I've never done this before. So I was like, let me go ahead and spray the hair down so it's not as full so that I could kind of see what it's really gonna look like once I flatten it out and, you know, shape it to what it's supposed to look like. So I was taking a detangling brush. I got that from the hair store, but I'm sure I could find one on Amazon for you guys. It's one of those brushes that like don't have the things in between so that you could just brush through your hair. Also, I've been seeing this brush called the Unbrush on TikTok. That's probably a better brush for this hair texture. So I would try any type of detangling brush. And I sprayed regular water. There was nothing inside that water. It was just water. And you can see how this hair looks with just water. Like, Then I used the Most Def Texture Foam. I got this from Target. I'll also link this down below. I also used this in my braid video for the curly hair that was in between my boho braids. I love this mousse. Now that I've been using it for a while now, every time I have like a curly texture in, I use this mousse, and I think it's really good for weave. So I put that all through the hair as well, and I'm just combing it through. Then I'm scrunching it up to make sure that the curls are giving like juicy. I still want them to be real juicy, even though the pattern isn't as kinky, I still want it to give like real juicy, curly, coily curls. And you want to make sure that you get those ends. Never forget the ends of curly hair, because they will dry out fast if you're not generous with the product down there. So now you're going to see me like cutting the, I guess I would say, split ends of the weave at the bottom, because I felt like some of the ends are really scraggly, and I wanted the hair to all kind of be like, not a blunt cut, but I wanted it to look full from beginning to end. I am a girl that believes in cutting the ends of weave. I don't care how long you want it. The ends should not be thin. So that's what I'm doing here. So even though it was kind of like a no part, side part type of situation, I still wanted it to have like a little mini part, because I wanted you to be able to see that the hair was kind of flipped over. So I still went in with a comb and defined that part. And then I'm going to go in with that same method I used at the beginning, use the heat protectant spray and the hairspray to go ahead and flatten that area out some more. I also ended up going in with a wax stick, because I felt like it wasn't getting as flat as I wanted it to be. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and define that part that's not really supposed to be a part, but it's a part. So this is where I went in with the wax stick. I was using the She Is Bomb wax stick. I've been using this wax stick even before I started wearing wigs on my leave out, to make my leave out straighten out. This just kind of helps make the hair flatter. And when you apply heat to it using a hot comb, it basically presses out the hair. So I use this on my parts, and notice that I only put it where the part is. I didn't take it like all down the hair, because it'll make your hair oily and make your hair stiff. So I literally just put it in the parts so that the parts can stay where I need them to stay. It gets rid of flyaways. It helps with pressing out the hair with the hot comb. I love using wax sticks. So now you're going to see me wet the other side of the hair. I just went in with the same method, wet it with the water, put the foam in there from beginning to end, put it generously on the ends. Then I went in with the detangling brush just to define the curls, and I scrunched up the curls. And I'm also going to clip the ends to this side as well. This is a trick that I learned from somebody on TikTok. So you spray the heat protecting spray all over the hair to add some shine and get that wet look to your curly hair. I just started doing this and I love it. I think it helps me with not trying to use like too much product on my hair, as far as like trying to use mousse every day to get that wet look. Some days I literally would just spray the heat protecting spray on my hair and walk out the house. Like, it adds that sheen to your hair that just makes it look like it's wet. And do y'all see that lace? Do y'all see that lace? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Y'all thought I was gonna fail, but I prevailed. You see that lace? Yeah, okay. This is my mini flat iron from Signature Slay collection. I got it from Workplace Slay on Instagram and TikTok. She sent me these flat irons. I've been using them ever since. This is what I always use for my baby hairs. First, I'm going to section out the baby hairs, and I'm just gonna let you know now, if you are not a dramatic baby hair type of girl, then this channel may not be for you. This video may not be for you, because I love dramatic all the way down to the eyebrow baby hairs. That's just my aesthetic. If I don't have baby hairs, I don't have anything. So now you're gonna see me kind of struggle here for a couple minutes trying to just pull out the baby hair where I want it to go and just section it out, because that's kind of the hardest part of doing baby hair. Everything else to me is easy. This part is really crucial to the whole look of the install. Now I'm going to take that hot comb and just press it out so that it can lay down when it's time for me to actually style my baby hairs. As you can see, the hot comb is a very important part to your install. Now I'm going to spritz down that hair so that it also stays down when it's time for me to lay the baby hairs. There's so many steps you have to do for baby hairs to look the right way. Then I go in with the blow dryer to just dry that hair into place so that I can move on to the next baby hair and it'll stay where it's supposed to stay. Because remember, like, after you have sat there and laid your lace down and then took the hot comb and put that hair back, it's going in the opposite direction of where your baby hairs are usually going. So you kind of have to put them back in the place they're supposed to go to lay down. And now I'm going to cut them with my little mini scissors that I've been using for the whole install. If you're going to be doing wig installs, I think you should get you some mini scissors, because they help so much with like little mini things that you have to fix and like small pieces of lace and when you have to cut your baby hairs. I suggest getting a mini scissor. I will link one down below. And then you're going to see me going with my mini flat iron and curl my hair up. So I'm curling it up so that when I lay it down, that it curls in like a little C. That's just the method I like to use. I know some people curl it down. I've tried both ways, and I feel like, I don't know, I think your hair looks better when you curl it up, to me, as opposed to curling it down. But I do like to curl my side baby hairs down. I don't know. Whatever you prefer, I suggest doing what you feel like looks better. As long as the hair ends up laying down at the end of the day, just make sure you curl it. That's all that matters. And now you're going to see me going in and like doing the same steps all around my head. I just do 2 side swoops and then 2 sideburn swoops. I don't get too crazy. I don't do like a middle swoop anymore. Not too much. I just really keep it cute, but it's still all the way down to my eyebrows. So everything from this point on is pretty much about to speed up, because you're going to see me do the same method for each one of my baby hairs. But I did want to show you guys how I do all the baby hairs, because I know that's a struggle for most people that do wig installs. So I'm going to show you guys, but I'm going to speed it up. So after I combed out my baby hairs to give them like that fluffy look, I went in with the Sebastian Shaper Plus spray instead of going in with Got To Be Gel, because sometimes I feel like the Got To Be Gel is too thick, and I kind of wanted to give like fluffy baby hair, like very cute and soft. So I went in with the spray, and then I just went in with my edge brush and just kept like shaping out the baby hair and like doing what I had to do to it to make it look like how I wanted it to look. So it took a lot of me like plugging and chugging to get it right. So you're going to watch me do that on all of the baby hairs. And I just want you guys to watch the process because, like I said, a lot of people struggle with doing baby hairs. And here I added some water to the edge brush because I didn't want to keep spraying it because, like I said, I wanted to give like fluffy baby hair. So I added water to kind of reactivate the product because it had dried by that point and I was trying to fix that little part. So me adding the water was just to reactivate that product so that I could continue to brush my hair into the place like I wanted it. And I also want you guys to notice how like I push it down with my finger, but I also brush it at the same time to kind of get that C curl shape that I like. So at this point, you know, the install can never be too flat. So I added some more of the wax stick and just went back in with that hot comb, just making sure that the hair was laying the way I wanted it to lay, that it was giving flip over method. Like I said, I had never done this style before. I had seen people doing it, but I just wanted to make sure it looked good on my head. And then I went back into doing my baby hairs. I was doing my sideburns, just spraying the Sebastian Shaper Plus, and then combing the hair into place like I wanted it to look, blow drying it so it gives that fluffy effect. And honestly, y'all, I really love this install. Like, I was feeling it. I went back in on the other side, picked up the wrong thing, went back in with the Sebastian, brushed that side down. Y'all, I was in love with my baby hairs. I was in love with the hair. I was giving mommy, champagne mommy, mamacita. Like, I was feeling this hair so much, y'all. Oh my gosh, my baby hairs came out just the way I wanted them to. And I love dramatic baby hairs, y'all. Y'all see how big that baby hair is? It is giving, like, I'm spraying the hair into place, just making sure like everything is where it's supposed to be. And honestly, I was done at this point. I think I went in and did a couple more, like, you know, passes of the hot comb and the wax stick, just to make sure everything was laying how it was supposed to lay. But yeah, at this point, it was giving. And I love to take the hot comb at the front and kind of give it like that little hump so that it kind of like gives volume at the front. That's one of my favorite things to do. And my wig install is never complete until my baby hairs are perfect. So I'm doing my finishing touches on my baby hairs, making sure everything looks the way I need to look. Then I went in with the Fructis Garnier Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum. I use this on my real hair. I use this on my weave. It just is like the finishing touch to my hair to make sure that I don't have any flyaways and that my hair is not frizzy. And that was pretty much it, y'all. Thank you for watching my first ever wig install video on YouTube. Let me know what you think down below. I know I made a couple mistakes. Like I said, I'm no expert at installing wigs, but I do install my own wigs and I'm learning as I go, learning tips and tricks and all types of things. If you have any questions for me down below, let me know. Everything will be linked down below. If I can find everything on Amazon, I will put it in like a wig install type of thing on my Amazon storefront so that you can buy these products. I will link my hot comb. I will also link this flat iron, which is by Signature Slay Collection. This was sent to me and I love it. That mini flat iron, I use that for my baby hairs all the time now. I don't use any other flat iron. It goes up to $4.50. Get you one of those. And I'll be linking everything, okay? Everything. I'll be linking everything that I used on this hair. I'll be linking the wig down below. Listen, thank you to Alipearl Hair for sending me this deep wave wig. It is eating. It's for 24 inches, baby. It's giving 24 inches, okay? I'm a tall girl and it's still giving me 24 inches. So I am very grateful for that. And thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe. It's Shanoria Vontae and I'll be back with another video.